everyone, welcome to another Random Talk Sunday, and today I thought it would be interesting to briefly dive into my thoughts in regards to award shows. Since we are sort of in the Academy Award season where there's tons of these different award shows that are happening across sort of Hollywood and the movie-going community, so I thought I would sort of give my 2 cents on a lot of these kinds of shows. These shows sometimes, for me personally, they go on for way too long. I think if they cut it down in between an hour and a half, that would be a whole lot better than stretching it out for 2 to 3 hours. Also, the lengthy speeches and the, kind of over glamorization of certain aspects of the award ceremonies can be a little bit just not in my taste. I mean, it's nice to sometimes see the pretty dresses and the, sort of creativity sort of try to shine itself through, but I think that sometimes unfortunately gets lost with a lot of the sort of more publicity-esque angles that they take sort of with the award ceremonies. I think it's almost better had they focus more on the films and the whole industry and what it's sort of accomplished over that year, as opposed to trying to make it sort of more about the just particular people or certain celebrities or whatnot. And I think what also really is kind of not as I don't know how you would call it. It's just kind of, it's just something too about the way in which they try to sort of, stretch out the material for the award show. I almost feel like had they just focused on trying to kind of showcase, the movies and the music that sort of was a part of that industry within the year. And instead of trying to kind of, make it all about getting out certain jokes or trying to, kind of give off this very sort of very long-winded vibe and again over excessive use of certain things, I think is really also what really drives a lot of these award ceremonies down for me and as far as my engagement into them. And sometimes I agree or disagree depending upon the year as to who was nominated and who got what and whatnot. And even now they're playing with the controversy of whether or not, certain people should have been nominated, and all that. And I think again, at the end of the day, I think it should be more so about the public's view. I almost feel like that they should let people who have actually seen the movies and who have allowed Hollywood to sort of survive. I think they should be the ones to kind of determine more so whose films are, the ones that sort of stand out to them or are the most clever or original. I think had they done these things kind of that way, it would have given, I think, more so a unique voice compared to a lot of, the critical choice, instead of, you know, people who are sort of within the industries, have people sort of who are outside the industry sort of make the choices and whatnot. I think that would be a whole lot better process. But that's just kind of my honest opinion on a lot of these awards shows and whatnot. I think they all offer something that's unique and interesting. But at the same time, again, I think they sometimes get way too overblown. And again, there's a huge emphasis on trying to be, again, I like the little glitz and glamour that they have, but I think it could be sort of, reduced and, and I think focusing more on the industry rather than trying to hype up certain people is what would suit the whole experience, I think, a whole lot better for people. And again, yeah, like I've mentioned before, with all the long-winded speeches that they make, it just goes on for way, way too long. So, I mean, but that's just my really honest opinion. I think they could do some changes that would make it, I think, a whole lot better, but I really doubt that they are going to do that. I think they're going to maintain that structure for quite some time until kind of people stop sort of getting engaged into watching these award ceremonies, which I think a lot of people will eventually, only because, um, again, they do seem to have at least suffered, I think, a lot of complaints over the years and being way too long and not as substantive. But yeah, those are just my honest opinions, though. I'd be more than happy to hear what anybody else has to say. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a pleasant day, week, month, and year, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.